Hey, good day all, it's Temujin from SL Colonies here. Today I'm going to actually show you something pretty interesting. I'm going to showcase to you the whole brewing system that we've made for SL Colonies. I believe you're all going to be very excited about this one. There's quite a few steps in this process. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and show you. So here I am in my SL Colonies account, my store account, and I'm here in the brewery area, so I'm going to show you some of the steps to make whiskey. We will have wine soon with grapevines and a wine press, but for now I'm just going to show you the process of whiskey, which is pretty involved anyway. So to start, we've got the mashing. So you're going to need to get wheat from farmers, just pure grain, and add your ingredients here. Oop, a bit floating in the air, that's okay. So pure wheat will be your first ingredient. Add one of those and some water. One of those, and we'll start crafting. Mind you, I'm not sitting in the right location, but the next animation should be fine anyway. So another thing, I have sped up the process in all of these stages, and I will run through it with you, but for the purpose of demonstration I've sped everything up, otherwise you'd be here for days if not weeks. So basically what this is the mashing tun. You get wheat and water and you mash it, get it moist, get it ready for fermentation process. So I'm going to grab my wheat mash, is the output material here. So the next step of the process is to get your wheat mash and add it to your fermentation tank with yeast. This will allow it to ferment. You will need one yeast, which will only be available through our CXP store or through our main store for coins, or CXP, sorry, for your crafting experience. And you'll need 10 of the wheat mash. So let's use this one. Use recipe. Whoops. No, it won't work. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button, so it may not even work. Craft. Add ingredients. Wheat mash. There it is. I need 10 of those. And add some yeast. Just one of those. And start the process. Now this will normally take about 7 days, depending on the type of recipe you're doing. There will be wines, there's whiskies, there's going to be vodkas, all types of alcohol here that you can ferment. Wines you would pretty much finish at this step and go straight to aging barrels. However, with whiskey, we're going to go from fermentation, add it over here to our distillery, which I'll show you next, and then you're going to age the pure alcohol that comes out of the distilling process, which is your moonshine, and make whiskey. Going to dilute it with some water and age it over a period of time. Now the output of this is going to be fermented wheat, or wheat firm. One wheat firm. You will need 2 of these. You will need 2 of these to distill, and that's it. You don't need anything else. This will just heat it up. This one is a faster process. It will be maybe a few hours instead of days. So I'll add my wheat firm to this. 2, and we'll start the process. Now I do have another one of these objects that have been updated. The flames will start automatically. You'll get some sound as well while this is going on. But I've rezzed the wrong one for the demonstration, but it looks exactly the same. So the next step of the process is going to be aging this. You're going to get pure moonshine out of this. You obviously don't want to drink this. It's pretty strong, potent. It will make you very thirsty, make you very hungry. It will likely poison you and make you lose health. So use your moonshine, you get one of those. So as part of the process now, you're going to have to add water to your moonshine to dilute it. And you're going to have to get an oak barrel. So although they're shown here physically, oak barrels you're going to have to get from a carpenter. The carpenter makes oak barrels out of planks of wood of various sizes, as well as gets metal rings or loops from the blacksmith. So let's add our moonshine. Moonshine, we'll add one of those. We'll add our oak barrel. One of those, and we're going to add 3 water to this. Basically dilutes it to 30-40% over time. 3 of those, and then start crafting, and you just wait for a period of time. You can have multiple of these on your sim or in your area, and age a few of them at the same time depending on your setup. So we'll just wait for this to happen and I'll explain more. So the next step of this is pretty exciting actually. It's something different in Second Life, we believe. You're going to get the same, so you see here how you get your item, and it goes into your virtual inventory. If you've been following our HUD system and know how it works, I'll show you on my main account the virtual inventory. But not only will you get your virtual whiskey barrel, so yeah, it's got the asterisks. Yep, the asterisk. So this designates the item as a rezzable prim item. So not only can you keep it as a virtual item in your inventory, you can also res it as a physical item. And this is one of the exciting parts about this brewery system I'm going to show you now. So while it is a virtual item, I can still trade it with people around me. So I'm going to give this to Temujin, which is around here. I've got him around on the sim. I'm going to give him the whiskey barrel, if I can find it. I know which one it is, sorry. Give Tilkatana, I believe it may even be a ingredient. No, I haven't even got it. Maybe I didn't get it in my inventory here, sorry. No. It's not yet an item. Wonder if it's in none. No, I'll have another look in item. Give to object, and there's nothing in here. Just bear with me and I'll have a look at this. Alright, apologies about that, I am back. So there is a feature I need to add here. I didn't add the whiskey barrels as a tradable object, so I've gone ahead and traded it directly to Temujin, so I can give you the rest of the demonstration. But basically the idea is that it will be a virtual inventory we'll show you now on Temujin, which you can still trade with other people and list on our virtual marketplace. So without further ado, let's go over to Temujin. So here we are on the main account, and so I'm going to show you my inventory to give you an example of exactly what I mean by virtual item. So let's go to the web browser for one moment. Just over here. Right. So this is our portal. As you see here, it lists all your character statistics and stuff like that. So in my inventory, my virtual inventory on the portal, you will see that I have 2 whiskey barrels. So while they're in this state and they're not rezzed yet, they are fully tradable. You can give it to another player, you can list it on the marketplace for coins, things like that. But you can also go ahead and rezz the item to bring it in-world as a physical object. So we'll go back to Temujin for a moment. Here I am. So let's get this item. We're going to click in our inventory and go res. And here's our whiskey barrel. This is going to connect with the main server and tell it to send me the item in a prim physical form. So it sent me it here as a physical item. So now I can actually go ahead and res this barrel anywhere on the sim. So I'm just, because I know this is a mesh floor, so it's going to give me some issues rezzing. Yep. Let's try and res here. Alright. This will work. So I'm going to grab my whiskey barrel that's been sent to me. Now this whiskey barrel is a physical prim object. Now for the beautiful part about this system. Let's go put it over here. So, as you can see, it displays the name of the object and it gives you a level of what's in here. As the owner of the object, I can go ahead and set a price, and access mode. It can be restricted to group. You can give it an access list. So right now I'm going to set it to, or you can disable it fully from giving drinks. I'm going to set it to 0 coins. I don't want it to charge me any money. But to give you an example, you could have 1 barrel that would be in your main tavern area where your guests are, and set it to a cost. Someone could go and buy a drink and get it filled up into their mug, which I'm going to show you now. I'm pretty excited about showing that. So I'm not able to grab any drinks here because I need a mug in my hand. These mugs are made in the carpentry. They are rezzable, and you attach them physically to your avatar, and then you can actually fill up your drinks. Or tavern keepers can also get this package here which has mugs. We're going to have various designs. There'll be a basic design for taverns, and there will be various other designs that carpenters can make which will look fantastic, you know, royal designs and stuff. So if you click it like this, it'll actually attach to your hand, and now I can actually go ahead and grab myself a drink from the barrel itself. Now the menu is different for a client as it is to the owner of the system, but I'll just hit test. It's going to cost $0 to fill this cup. As you can see, there's nothing in my cup. I'll hit fill cup and it will fill up my drink. Now this cup in particular gives 5 servings. I can have 5 drinks out of it, and they'll affect my stats as I drink. So let's open the stats. We are going to have a button as well to drink, instead of having to actually physically click the mug. So as you can see, I'm pretty thirsty, I'm pretty hungry. Alcohol makes you even more hungry, but you know, just for purpose of demonstration, let's go ahead and take 5 drinks. So this is the first drink. I'll animate, and yep, my thirst will go down, my hunger will go up, depending on the stats given to that drink. Now different drinks will give you different stats. I'm going to drink all 5, and I'm going to show you something else we thought would be very cool to add to a roleplay system for those of you who have you know, experience having feasts at tables and having servants around the table serving drinks to people. Because obviously if you're too far away from the barrel and you're sitting at a table, you're not going to be able to physically go and grab your drink. Okay, and I think I've done my 5 there. I shouldn't have anything left. That's right. Right. So let's go sit down. Now these animations on this table don't match the drinking, but just to give an example, now we're going to go over to my bot account, which I'm using for the purpose of this demonstration, Ania. Now, we have another item which is going to be craftable. Now, this is a placeholder item. It is a pitcher. As a servant, you'll be able to go around to the tavern that you are a member of and fill up your pitcher with drink directly. Now, this is the idea of having a barrel out here that costs money to the clients, and perhaps having a barrel inside a private room where the tavern keeper keeps free stock or gives an access list only to certain people in that barrel to grab free drinks. And then you can see the level's gone down, and then charge clients for drinks as you go to serve them. So I do not have enough coins, it says. That's probably because I'm not wearing the HUD, so bear with me one moment. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. I had to get myself the HUD on this avatar. Completely forgot about that. And get a new account. Without the HUD, you obviously can't buy things. So this is now set to 0. So as a servant, I can come ahead and fill this cup up. It's going to be full now. Now I believe this one has 10 servings. You can see the volume's gone down even more. There's about 100 servings per barrel. If you don't res these barrels, you will be able to put these in a bottler and get bottles instead. I think we're going to make it so it's about 20 bottles per barrel. So now I can go around the table. Actually, before I do that, I can click my own mug, and I can set a price for this mug. If I wanted to charge a person 1 coin for a drink, for a full drink, a full serving, taken into account how much fits into a mug, I can set a price. Or if this is a feast of, for a meeting and they're your members and stuff, you can set it for nothing. Or you can completely disable people taking from this if you wanted to. So I'm going to set it to 1 to give you an example. And I can go around here. I can role play that I'm serving Temujin, for example. Let's go over to Temujin. Right. So now I'm being served in roleplay. I want to fill my mug. I'm going to click her mug after the serve, and it was 1 coin per serving. There's 5 that fits in my cup, so I'm going to be charged 5 coin. It's going to come out of my inventory and fill up my cup. There we go. 5 coin has been taken, as you can see up here, and my drink is full. And Anaya's mug has dropped by half because I believe there is 10 serves per thing. So there we go, that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let us know what you think in the comments, of course. What else, and give us some ideas if you like. Yeah, and thank you all for your patience. See you next time.